was here when the lawyer got shot and the lady shot somebody at the other place. So this is my third active shooting.
Shout out to all of the LFR family. We just now hit 800,000 subscribers on the channel. I can't even tell you what that's it's unbelievable. It's completely unbelievable, for real. I don't even know what to say. I'll talk about it later when I can, but it's unfreaking believable. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank y'all so much for watching the channel, man. Thank y'all for believing in what we've been doing over here, and for all the people who have left the channel but started with the channel, because out of those 800,000 subscribers, not even half of the people are still here. All right, because they go to wherever they are being entertained at the time. But it's all good. I just want to say thank y'all, every last one of you who have ever watched any of our videos. Thank you so much. Now, it's starting to look like, I believe that a lot of people who came out as gay, bisexual, trans, all those things, I think over the last couple of years, I think there's a good amount of people who came out. They came out because it was a fad. I'm being honest with you. I already know that I might get in trouble for that, but I have to say it. I believe that it became like one of the sexy things to do. One of the, like, everyone's being celebrated for it. It's almost like it was being pushed. And it is, some parts of it are still being pushed, but I don't want to get in too much trouble, so I'm not going to go over it too much. We continue to see these shootings all across America, these mass shootings. We've had some mass shootings over the years. We have, but we have not had them this much. Once every week, it's almost seeming like it's a mass shooting, and that's effed up. All right. It makes me feel some type of way, because here I am in this, joyous occasion where I'm celebrating, all of you all being a part of the family. But then one of the first, stories that I see is that there was a shooting in ATL.
Dion Patterson is the person that police are looking for right now.
And he don't look like what a mass shooter is used to look like. All right, let's just put it out there. He's not white. He's not a white male. He's a black male. So what this means is this story is not going to get around that much. It's not going to go it's not going to go viral. It's not going to be all over the place. A lot of people aren't going to talk about it. You're not going to hear the left talk about this a whole lot.
There is a $10,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. He's 24 years old, and witnesses say
24? Another goddamn baby shooter. Come on, bro. What in the hell happened to you in that little bit of time that made you want to go shooting a boatload of people, man? You're 24. Your life barely even started yet. Your life barely started yet. I have two children your age. One your age and one older. All right. And one approaching.
Say that he walked into Northside Hospital, Midtown location today with his mother. Apparently she had a medical appointment. Witnesses described some kind of fight or argument, and then the shooting inside the hospital. This was happening as people were being cared for on the floors above, in the rooms around them. One surgeon telling the story of being in the operating room one floor above, hearing the shots, having to continue on with that surgery. Police were going room to room. At one point, Northside Hospital was cleared, and people that could evacuate were able to leave for the day.
Whenever you guys get a moment, please say a prayer for the families who are affected by this, whether they were hurt and didn't pass away, or whether they were one of the people who were slain. I believe it says one person passed away. Please make sure y'all send prayers up to their families, for their families, because I couldn't imagine, man. I could not imagine. I want to say that I'm here for, like, I put everything in this order. It's God and family first. That's what I do. Okay, I do everything for God and family. All right, and that's why I named this channel LFR Family, is because I really look at you all as family. If you just look at me as an entertainer or somebody who report on things, hey, that's cool too. Hopefully one day you'll look at me as family, because when you're family, you look out for each other. When you're family, you really care for one another and their families. You know what I mean? That's what I look to lock in with. I don't care to be our super famous or anything, or have a boatload of clout and a sea of money and wealth if it's not connected to anything real. Now, this young man decided to play God for a day and then ran. If you wanted to be in jail, you don't have to hurt anybody on your way to where you're going. You don't have to do that. That's just evil and it's demonic, man.
Or argument, and then the shooting inside the hospital. This was happening as people were being cared for on the floors above, in the rooms around them. One surgeon telling the story of being in the operating room one floor above, hearing the shots, having to continue on with that surgery. Police were going room to room. At one point, Northside Hospital was cleared, and people that could evacuate were able to leave for the day. Dion Patterson, again, 24 years old. The question being, is he somewhere in Midtown, or is he connected to a carjacking that happened at 14th and Williams shortly after the shooting? The car not found, we've confirmed now, not found. Police looking for him and potentially that vehicle.
Yeah, and our reporters on the scene saying they're starting to see people trickle out of these businesses and buildings. Tracy Amick-Pier, one of those reporters on the scene. Tracy, you're speaking with people. I mean, what do they have to say about all this?
Okay, well, of course,
they have a huge delay on their daggone microphones. So what do you have to say about this? Doom, 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 doom. It took probably like 2 minutes before she caught that.
It's been talking about the different businesses affected all throughout the day. Tracy Taylor, she is actually a coffee bar supervisor at Whole Foods. She was just released. Of course, this has been going on for hours. Tracy, what can you tell me about this scene? What happened? How did you know something was going on?
I actually knew something was going on when we get a really big lunch crowd, and there was nobody at the hot bar. And I'm like, what's going on? Where's everyone? And then they said it was the active shooter, and we're on lockdown.
Okay, when you heard that, what went through your mind initially?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's the first thing you think, man. My God, really? Like, okay, everyone, let's go ahead and shelter in place. And let's pray while we're in here. Let's make let's really, give God, full and complete control over this situation right here. Look, God, we need you now. We ask, Father, that you cover these people and that you protect these individuals. You know what? God did come through. A lot of people probably look at this situation and probably think, where was God when these people were shot? Well, this is how I look at it. If God was not around, it wouldn't have been 4 people shot and 1 person dead. It would have been like 40 people dead. 40 people shot and 5 people dead or something like that. Here's the thing. Okay, catastrophes are going to happen, and we're all going to deal with loss in our own ways, right? But when God shows up, he does protect those without us even knowing, all right? He put a covering over certain individuals in certain places, and he would do more of that the more we turn to him to protect us. It also helps for us to be able to protect ourselves, because again, I do believe that if someone was around who also had a gun and was close to this shooter, he wouldn't be out and about right now. They wouldn't be paying $10,000 for somebody to go find him. No, he would have been found. He would have been on the ground, and hopefully they wouldn't have killed him. Honestly, I don't even want anybody to kill him. That's not ever what I want. I don't ever want us to get in a position where we playing God and jury and all those other things. Hey, if that's what you feel like you got to do, go for it. That's your business. But I would much rather a person suffer. I would much rather, make them hurt, shoot them a couple of times, but make them hurt, but make them suffer. Make them have to go and do their time, do some hard time, some hard labor, where they have to think about all the people that they have negatively affected, and they should do it missing a limb, or they should do it as a cripple, or they should, that's just how I look at things.
Oh my God. And then they said it was at the hospital. So I'm like, what hospital? I'm like, across the street. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh my God. And then I came to the window and I seen all the police.
And when you saw that, does this remind you at all of the other Midtown shooting that happened?
Yes, it does. It's because I was here when the lawyer got shot, mm-hmm. and the lady shot somebody at the other place. So this is my 3rd active shooting.
Okay, and that's just a horrible testament to what's going on right now.
That is crazy to be one person and say, this is my 3rd active shooting. What? How many of you can say that you've been in one active shooter situation? She's been in 3. Come on, man. We got to do something. Come on. For real? Atlanta, what the hell are y'all doing, man? Hazel Eyes. Hello, Hazel Eyes.
Okay, and you hear a lot of police sirens right now. It seems like there's other activity happening. Did you ever fear for your safety during this?
Not necessarily, because we're pretty secure inside Whole Foods. They don't want us to be at the windows. So, and then eventually about maybe 30 minutes into it, they had us go upstairs to the, well, I don't know if I should tell, but they had us on lockdown. And so we were locked down. We might have been in there for about an hour and a half, and they finally said we can leave or we can stay. And most of the team members chose to leave.
And I bet your family is now glad to hear from you?
Yes. My auntie, I have one auntie, and she was blowing my phone up. I'm like, I'm okay.
I bet. And I mean, right now we're hearing that he may not even be in this area anymore. Do you feel safe leaving, getting home?
I mean, what can you do? Signs of the time. I don't feel safe, but I don't just want to sit there. Yeah, my daughter was saying that they think he's on the roof.
You know what, there's a lot of information out there right now. We're trying to weed through it, verify what's true, what's correct, and what's not before we put it out there.
Right.
But of course, a lot of people, they definitely want information from people who see it, but you want to make sure that it's the right information before you put it out on the news, of course.
Right.
And I mean, if you're going to be stuck somewhere, a lot of these office buildings, they were just in a conference room. In Whole Foods, I guess it's a pretty safe and good place to be.
Yes, we were in a conference room too.
Well, there you have it. Tracy, thank you for sharing your story with us. All right. Of course, we'll be out here sharing more stories with you as the day goes on and more information as we vet it and confirm it and make sure it is the correct information. Back to you.
All right, so there you have it. Another shooter, another person who feels like in order for things to be made right, I got to go shoot people. I don't get it, man. I promise you I don't get it. I'm sure a lot of you don't either. Some of you probably feel like you do get it. I really don't understand how someone can have that much evil in their heart. I don't get it, man. Does that make me naive, green, wet behind the ears? Maybe. I don't know. Just make sure you all are prayed up and connected, and you and your families are protected at all times. All right.